Shouts going out to Freddie. Let me send a shout out to Freddie. All right then. All aboard. Today is the 7th, Monday. It's just Monday. Welcome
It's the
back.
7th Monday?
It's the 7th Monday? That is wrong.
Oh,
Dana, what you say? How you say it?
How you say it?
All aboard, everybody. Welcome back. Let's bring in the crew, the family. Steve the Groove, Lisa Love.
Good morning,
And-
everybody.
Mr. Frisco over yonder, Miss Love, looking as beautiful as ever.
Thank you.
How would she not?
How art
Yes.
thou and all of that good stuff?
Then,
Not too bad.
waiting for the front.
Boy. Careful.
I am waiting.
Well, if you notice that, as we said, the breeze
wind
has stopped.
died
Right.
down.
Yes.
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
that's the
The
first
wind
line of
has
business.
died
Last night it was
down.
like, yeah. And it's right
The guy-
there. I mean, Lexi, you could just show it because
Okay, telling us
you could just show the map, show the model one time.
Me, I know that front must be bypass Crooked Tree because I
it's
sweat
not
like
here
wow.
yet.
It's not-
And-
it's not-
It's not here as yet,
Last night I had a shoop down up next to me.
Yeah.
Yeah, let it touch me.
Yeah.
but it's coming.
All right, I don't
Yeah.
mean-
So I mean,
there it is.
there it is.
Mm-hmm.
Right there at the
Me-
gates. Right at the gates, like barbarians.
And it's coming with a surcharge.
I asked the question that if we had fronts this late
In
in
the year?
April, but then I was reminded that last year for the brother's birthday, because the brother's birthday is Friday.
okay, the
It's
11th.
coming Friday.
Yeah,
Yeah, the 11th. Easter is next week.
yeah. So, and I remember
What?
last year we did a little shindig where we were on. I was reminded of the approach of a front that
Front.
came in at the end of the queuing. They had to finish the queuing underneath shelter because
Here comes the
so
front.
that answers my question.
Okay.
But I am telling you something. Uno could
Yeah, I
remember, son. I couldn't tell you what the weather was on my birthday. I couldn't do that. But then got some people I just know how to do that.
No, I
I
never
sit down and,
remember. I say I never remember, but I remember the scenario when I'm in the queue.
yeah.
And then I tell the
I
brother,
remember-
boy, it might be rain again for your birthday. Yeah, like, okay, yes, there we go.
Right. I had a girl talk sometime and tell you about something in Ghana 3 months ago. You know, remember that me on Tuesday? You made wear one blue dress.
Man.
With I do what? Oh no, I don't know. That's a different kind of senses when I got there.
Yeah.
But yes,
The thing.
I'm telling you. I want to say congratulations going out to Verdes as they beat Progresso FC 1-0 over at the People's Stadium yesterday. So
Okay.
respect to them.
Football.
We
no?
also had the junior cross country held yesterday.
And the winner is,
And the winner is?
that's right.
I thought
The
you
winner-
knew.
You bring it up?
Now you bring it up. The winner is.
Yeah, I bring up thing, I don't got the
Kevin
stats.
Rojas. That's right. That's right.
I had to bring up thing,
Kevin-
I don't got the stats. What kind of business is that?
Kevin
No,
Rojas
no.
from Guatemala. I tell you. He's
Who
from
is-
Guatemala. Kevin Rojas from Guatemala.
Yeah,
What?
Kevin Rojas.
His third time. The first time he rode, I think he came in at 11.
And he
Yeah.
he was. I mean, they way
That's it.
out there.
Yeah.
But you just
Last
said you
year
never
he
know
came-
that who. So how you know me there?
No, I never said I did not know who it was.
Groove.
Mhm.
Roll back the
I
tapes.
never said I did not know who
I
it was.
I know I argue with Lisa Monday morning. That I know you do.
I
If
know.
Lisa say, never say, never
I-
say.
Anybody
I
with
did
the
not
hair,
know.
hey, anybody with the hair looking like that, we know they argue nothing. I done.
You know they argue with. That's right. But yeah, the guy came in second last year.
When,
And he come back this year and said,
I was on the road yesterday for a minute and I saw him. We passed them at the checkpoint and there was
Yeah.
nobody in sight until like 7 miles or so.
mm-hmm.
So he had like a 3 miles lead.
Well, out of one side of my mouth, I want to say congratulations to the young Guatemalan rider. Out of the other side of my mouth, I want to say, what does it feel like to win a race in a country that your country don't recognize? Anyway, I know I said nothing. I mean, sports, man. Congratulations to the young man. I'm sure he's a fine young man, and all of that. Fine young man.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm sure he is. I'm sure he is. But he was just way out there.
Yeah. I am all for opening up the races, you know. I am all for opening up the races.
Yeah, you always said that.
Yes, but
It is always a but.
And this is a big but. This is not a small but. This is a big but. It should be the countries that recognize us. Anybody will recognize we could race in our country, but if you don't recognize we, how you want to race in our country? Yeah, racing in a country where you know when it exists is like racing in Wakanda or something like that.
I mean, racing are the least of the problems. You do everything else, so.
Of course, I know, but you know you have to one cook up a basket.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yo, Russell Brand. You know Russell Brand?
Yes, he was married to Katy Perry.
You don't know who that.
Yes. You don't know Russell Brand, the British chap who talks like this. He has long black hair. I am sure Christy or Lexi will find Russell Brand's picture as soon as they find it.
It's Lexi.
He speaks like this, and he's always said that he's a sexual addict. But everyone that he's sexually addicted to, you always got their permission. Well, he's been charged with rape.
Somebody did not give permission.
Somebody said we never give permission, and when that person came out and said I never give permission, 4 other ladies said we never give permission.
I never gave him permission either.
And Russell Brand said, "Now hold on, they did. I have a recording." And yes, and they said, "Well, we never give permission for the recording neither." But anyway, I can tell you something.
Oh gosh.
Anybody could be a sexual predator as long as you're poor. As long as you're poor. You know, once you get up there and you get a podcast and you're internationally known, then all of a sudden nobody had any. Anyway.
Well, I mean, we've seen big celebrities being charged, so we can't say that.
Yeah. No.
Big celebs, they're in a jail right now. Big celebs, they're in a jail right now.
I know to defend P. Diddy or Kelly.
But who called whose name?
Oh, Lord, that guy.
Frisco says celebrity. Yeah, you see the guy, right? You see Russell Brand. Yeah.
Not that guy. No, I thought about that guy. I thought about the other guy. Your guy.
Which one?
We want to rediscover the world.
Oh.
Wait, which guy that?
Terrence, man. Terrence
Howard.
Terrence threw shade at P. Diddy. Said P. Diddy want him.
That's what he said. I saw that.
Well, that was in the new. That was in the new mathematics thing. That was. I know. Equation.
1 + 1. 1 + 1.
So, what is Terrence Hill alluding to? That he might be Transformers?
No, Terrence Howard. The man said Diddy invite him to do classes, but Diddy made this. When you get there now, Diddy don't no acting class. So you know, like, where the skit there, where you want to work pan? He said Diddy stand up there to watch him. Like, this guy.
Yeah.
So he like he has to manager. When the man want, manager tell him, man must say, want you? And he say after that, he take Bush.
Take Bush. That's why Ghana come up with that crazy scheme where it had Frisco to believe him.
Oh,
anyway.
You believe hook, line, and sinker.
Who would never meet him in Frisco? Stop.
Hey, it's just Monday, guys. It's just Monday.
Yeah. Terrence.
There's a bit of shush. I can check with the Kremlin Center about this little bit of shush. Oh, I think.
Shush better when you not check, man.
The shush said that this one strike a temp is on. They're like, cross country and you're going to break away and then you're going to attack.
I'm a pop away.
So rumors that they're going to attack coming. So let's see. Look at
Could it be?
Because one person may hint of the attack and the scheme and then.
Right. Could it be true?
Yeah. And then they said, no, that wasn't going to happen.
Right. I never say no may happen.
You never know about the attack.
I don't think so.
But when I say, I'll check the Kremlin Center because, you know, right now, Sioux City.
Lisa, I had to find your side because just knowing time you bring
say anything about me today, I'm suing.
When you bring up the winner at the Guatemalan bike race where you never know. And
I told you I saw him.
And Frisco brought it up to you. Yes.
I was
You see where
on the road. I saw
you see
it.
where Frisco got one
Oh,
story
boy.
and he don't want to tell we.
No, I will check the story first.
He needs to cross his T's and dot his I's.
Yes,
so
got one source, but you know how the source go.
let him do that.
Of course.
Source says attack. First attack of the race. Early out.
Right.
The part there right there. They ain't reach Hattieville yet. No one got
Not
attack.
at all. Haven't even reached Western Paradises yet.
Yes, might be
Exactly.
just that.
For luxury.
So
We would like to send
Just past the cemetery.
the cemetery.
Mm.
We would like to send our condolences to the stock market suffering.
Oh,
And then the bugger it did.
boy.
They have lost so far over $6 trillion. Today, the Dow Jones Industrial Average opened up the day down 1,200 points and falling. So, God save the stock market. I mean, yeah, the stock market. Yes. On Air Force One, when they asked Trump about the stock market and how everything is going down, you know what Trump said? What a stupid question. What a stupid. I mean, come on.
Yeah,
Anyway, that's it.
That saga is
Yep.
playing out. Let's
Yeah.
see where that goes.
All right.
See where that goes. New information suggests that the asteroid has lessened its chances of hitting the Earth, but has increased its chances of hitting the Moon.
Ain't that something? Ain't that something?
If it lick the moon or the earth, that is the same thing, you know.
No, well, according to them, if it hits the Moon, there's no significant, outcomes from that. You hit the Moon, you'll probably see it in real time, and you'll see a crater being formed, but they're not expecting any significant. But
How
who
big
knows?
is this
But who knows?
asteroid?
Who knows? Huh?
Right.
Yeah, when was the last time we watched the asteroid hit
Hit the moon, right?
Exactly. Ladies and gentlemen, I don't know if scientists realize it, but if the moon not there, if the moon get bumped out of course, leave it.
So the asteroid,
Earth
yeah,
done.
that's what I mean to think, right? So the asteroid is like
Yes.
the size of a skyscraper,
Skyscraper.
131
Hold on,
feet, something like that, 131.
Yes, that could move something.
So there's a 4% chance, which over the years that's to come, they are, figure it out, tighten
Yeah.
up the, So it gone up from a 1% to a 0.0 something percent of it hitting the Earth, but a 4% chance of hitting the Moon.
You see, and I tell you, I feel very, very bad because I was hoping that the asteroid would save us and hit the Earth so that everything could go up. But again, like I tell you something, without the moon, we were dead.
Yes, I know the Moon plays a role.
Yes, without the moon, we were dead. So if they tell you, yo, watch out, I hit your house, but they hit
What?
your
It's gonna
yard.
hit the moon.
Yeah, hit your yard where your house built pan. Oh, no
Right.
problem. I got to tell you,
We'll see.
we don't want to think nowhere here. We need to start to shoot out of that right for now. Put Elon Musk, you don't want anything, I point it right towards
Oh
it.
gosh, man.
Yeah.
Yes,
So they say,
happen.
currently as it is, they're not thinking make any difference in the moon's proximity to Earth and its
Yeah.
movement.
But you know that right now, the moon is every year, the moon is moving further and further
Yes.
away from the earth,
And we are moving a
Moving
little bit
away.
away from the sun as well.
Yep. So because the whole universe is expanding.
That's right.
There is more nothing in the universe than things. And what they found out is nothing is something. And it's the nothing that is expanding to something. The
Right.
dark matter is the nothing. Anyway, never mind. It's only Monday when I'm making my head explode by Friday, not by Monday.
It's gonna be out of there.
Yeah, but a meteor that size, I don't think could move the
I
moon.
want to say top of the morning to the one and only G. Michael Reed.
Uh-oh, he's in tune.
And say, what would you look up things for frighten people for?
Yeah. We don't have to look up there for frightening. We could get frightened just by where we just sit down, yeah?
I know I take for myself right now, I go in the stars.
Oh,
That's right.
In the vast expanse of the universe.
yeah, boy.
Why? You know one thing where I beg to G Mike to for?
Wow.
G Mike had one wicked Cadillac.
Oh yes,
And
I remember that. After that thing,
I,
nephew.
I tell the man, or I hint to him, boy, if you ever get rid of that car, make a no. One day I asked G Mike, what going on with the boy, you get rid of that, you know? All right, buddy, I cut me out on a whole malice.
Oh gosh, man.
Yes, But G Mike want me to remind everybody that please support our Easter Fest. Delicious barbecue delivered to you or for you. Contact Van. But I don't know which Van.
Right, what's the number for Van?
But I don't even know if this is for you know, but G Mike he put
sure
up
it's here.
international posts. Yeah. Yeah.
I'm sure it's for here, man.
Yeah.
The
But yes.
Easter. I know you would have things at the park for the children, of course.
Of course. He is. Did he get better?
Yes, he is getting better.
All right, Kremlin Center says, well, said potential cyclists denied it the last time, and we don't have any info at this time to say if they are making that attack at this time. We will get back to you and find out how the attack is going. But one source, well, put things out. I said people get in trouble, kind of put things out where not necessarily.
It's true.
Yeah, so that's right. That not necessarily is true. So to sue or not to sue?
Wait.
Who wants to? Who knows?
That is the question. Well, I don't see sue actually. Charge. Compol has used the piece of legislation twice. Actually, maybe 3 times.
Do we have a new Compol?
Well, existing Compol has. I don't know where to go in here. Mix up business there, but Monday.
Everybody Compol that is mine.
Signing
That's
Monday, transition by the end of the month. It's confusing.
Because by now it's supposed to be Compol Rosado and CEO Kamish.
Supposed to be.
That's what they said last week.
But we don't know.
Then they rush it. The PM hold a meeting. We don't know what's going on. Can't we all just get along? Can't we all just get along?
I know we still have a Compol. We might not show our name right now, but I am sure that we have a Compol.
I'm sure we have one.
That's right. Yo, speaking about
No, about that, buddy. To charge or not to charge? Because people take the thing lightly. Guess what?
What?
The bullying charges are here to stay. They are there for a reason.
We need to.
And whether you like it or not, whether you think the Compol, this, that, the point is that more people have to use the legislation. If you feel you've been aggrieved on social media, it's up to you to file a charge.
Right.
That's right.
It's there for you to use if you believe that people
bigger.
take the book and you take advantage of the book.
Mm-hmm.
And it does. It does. If you use the book to slander somebody and make fun of, that's why the legislation is there. Because you could do a little bit of it and you could do a lot of it.
But the truth of the matter is, I saw a post one time where this one lady called this other lady be a snook mouth. Lady took her, yes, lady carried on the court, and as they walk in the court, the lady said, case dismissed. The plaintiff said, what happened here? And the judge said, well,
there's truth
the
to it.
defendant correct. The defendant correct. There's no slander in the court.
But yeah, I mean, I don't know. What's your take on it? To charge or not to charge is... I mean, it's in the Compol's personal purview to say, I feel I have been aggrieved or wrong.
Do you want to set an example so it doesn't happen or keep happening?
First of all, how you think big people make big money? By things like them? No. Second of all, slander and all thing. Yeah, slander and all thing where anybody should take lightly. If you feel like you have been slandered, if you feel like what somebody says can negatively affect your career or your reputation, don't get aggrieved.
You take them to court.
Don't take the law into your own hands.
You take them to court.
That's right. That's right. And then it's going to come back and say, and the DNA says,
yes,
you are wrong.
And that ain't be a hard thing until some people get the wake-up call, because we see it now more than ever. That
well,
people cry upon freedom of speech.
No.
But freedom, there's not ultimate freedom. In case some people never know.
Yeah.
You can't just go talk
You
about
can't get
people
out there
and make
just
Can't free
accusations.
willy-nilly by doing stuff
and things like that.
bullying
So,
people,
be
hurting
careful.
people. You can't do that.
When you get a letter say you are to appear in court, not get out of these sorts. Get with it.
That's a freedom of speech too. That's a freedom of speech.
Because, you know,
But yeah,
a
man.
lot of people get away with a lot of things over the years. So,
Yeah.
if somebody
I used to
want...
people quarrel on Facebook and thing, and some of the things should be looked into because you could tell it goes on to cyberbullying, it goes on to all kind of thing, and you might say, well, you know, adult, you know, guess everybody gets cyberbullied, you know, so
right. If they pick up a thing and use the platform,
yeah,
if you talk about somebody or low rate somebody or, you know, you use the
And it's not
platform
cool at all.
to do that to people, whether you believe. Again, so the thing is, I don't know whether the company do it or not. Mr. Williams, that whether the general public and people who feel aggrieved and start use it.
that's the why when I want to slander somebody on Facebook, I do it for any picture when I got with Snapchat filter on. That way, if they carry me to court, say, Your Honor, look on this Snapchat filter and look on a person and tell me whether the same person. And then, no, they're not. Well, this is no slander then. I slander was Snapchat picture. So, yo. Anyway.
How would you got barbecue? Vanessa Jenkins do our collections in the US. Folks can buy barbecue for their people in Belize. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, oh, wait. They want we do international barbecue now? We don't have to understand if
Now
you
for the
people are
diaspora, you
foreign.
say you could buy barbecue for your family down the Belize. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, but there will be a 10% tariff.
Yeah,
on
tariff.
the barbecue prices. Yes, all kind of
Will
things.
there be a
Oh,
tariff
yeah.
on that barbecue, sir?
Yeah.
I beg you do.
Why that rough? I had to tell you, confusion reigns, and sad thing that G Mike was a Trump supporter. Anyway.
But I'll tell you what, in a Belize, right, that we might, you know, like somebody who's been abused, that when you get abused, it can't really matter anymore because you don't used to get abused. That don't happen with whatever the outcome with these tariffs. We don't used to get abused without tariff.
Exactly.
So this not be like nothing new to we if you're going to the shop and the price gone up. We don't used to that.
Yeah, man.
We're just gonna take it.
Yeah, we don't used to like this assault for we pockets. Ravaging,
why.
you ravage your wallet and your purse. That and him think this one be one thing apart, you know, and they like remember when COVID and it started happening, you're like, what are we going on? Like we don't get abused so much, we don't used to the abuse.
So what you just said, Frisco, we got to thank the.
We're just gonna take it lying down. That's what he's saying.
No, I think what Frisco is saying is that we owe a debt of gratitude to the present and previous administration for training we and getting us used to big price.
Serious, like we get trained, the retailers train we well, they abuse we up. We battered. We are battered consumers.
Yeah.
That
Well,
whenever these effects and prices start, we've seen price go up for no apparent reason.
because somebody get up and want to go on vacation, price gone up.
No apparent
Then
reason. So
Another thing we I like that when you pay $13 for a little bit of strawberry, and then got
well,
the
you
pretty,
lads,
pretty
if you
one,
can eat that.
13.
and then got the pretty one that top, and as you eat the pretty one, the
Yes.
bottom might come right. I look at got Junjo. You got
Because
Jimo.
13.
no consumer affairs, I believe.
Yeah, I tell you. But
Who you
people
gonna
don't
run
get-
to? We're at the mercy of, yeah. So bring on the tariffs because we don't used to the abuse.
Oh,
Yeah.
really?
Yep.
Yeah.
All way I'm saying, and I'm glad I hear a lot of people across the Caribbean echoing the same things. Is that we need to start from now. Don't wait. Start to look. The guy said the first thing we need to find out is what do we import that we really necessarily have to import only from the United States. What do we import that we could only buy from the United States? And then we figure out all the others, you know? And by the time we come around and say, all right, we stop it done. We may only made it play. Everybody else say, well, continue playing. You know,
Continue,
pick up your,
right.
Yeah, how many
pick up
things
your
you really?
ball.
If you go on the shelves, there's a lot of stuff on the shelves that are bought in Mexico
Mm-hmm.
and other parts of the world. There are a few
So I think now
items,
people are going to be
depending on
more,
where you
people are
shop.
going to be more focused on where this is made and the price of it.
Mm-hmm.
I believe.
But a
This
lot
is
of
what I
things, where part people shop, a lot of things done off in the
believe.
US.
Places.
Yeah.
So I got some other places where you go, you don't know then that US thing.
Yep. Yep. Yep.
There's a quality issue right there as well.
Yo, you know what happened, bro? I tell you, this is what is amazing. I hear leaders from all over the world saying, yo, this regime doesn't understand economics.
Clearly.
Because granted, other countries was charging the US tariffs, but that was so that those smaller countries could make some money. The US controlled everything. I know another thing else. Do you know that the US only import 7% of the world's importation thing? So it's not like everybody's supposed to be that. They're only like 7% of the whole import market. You got 93% of the markets out there, you know, and stuff like that.
Second
But-
segment, we have to call Ram.
Yeah, the thing is,
Gotta go to break.
nobody could understand. They said that this is the first time in U.S. history that a president was given a bull market, meaning an economy that's rolling, that they were given a bull market and they crashed it 15 points in 1 month. The only other time that happened was under Donald Trump. During COVID, because of the way he handled it, the economy dropped like 10%. But this time he beat his own record by tanking the US economy 15% in a 1 month. You know, so
Well, some say there's one source I was watching that said that he probably got an idea from somebody. There's somebody, everybody's pushing that. There's a guy who is not a guy really. There's a guy who wrote a book who says
What
he
is he?
sources information from another guy, but the other guy is a fictional guy that is
a
in
trans guy.
that is in on the tariffs thing, and they say, well, that guy, that the current guy is with that guy pushing that tariff thing because in some book the guy quoted and he's all in on the tariffs thing, and they say probably Donald got that from that guy who is a fictional guy.
Wow.
So-
got me totally confused.
He's there's a book about tariffs, and this guy, I don't remember his name, but the person he quotes as some expert is a fictional guy. It's his name spelled in different, flipped around.
Oh, yeah.
And they're saying that is where he's getting this thing from, that this guy is
Yeah.
an expert and what should happen with the tariffs, and that's why he's all in, because he's following some guy
Yeah.
that's
You
a
know-
fictional character. That's one
Yeah.
theory. The other theory, theory is he's doing it so that everybody, because he's a narcissist, and he wants everybody to come and beg singularly, and that is what he craves. That he craves the attention. So every country should come now and beg and bow down before the Donald. Give him something, and I'll ease the tariffs. So
I know
that's
exactly what I
a
would
second
do.
theory about why he's all in, going against. I mean, slowly, even people in his own camp they turn. So,
Yeah.
and why
Let me
he's
tell you what
driving
my
hard.
theory
So.
is.
Huh?
Let me tell you what my theory is.
What?
Donald Trump is the
Well, we know what your
embodiment,
theory is.
is of an old racist white man. And the thing with him, he don't look at the future. He look at the past to see the good days. There was a president that when the United States was forming, when they didn't have social security, countries used tariffs. That's how they made money.
Yeah.
And the United States made a lot of money back then. But then they realized, you know what, this thing is causing problem, and they started to work up and they came up with social security. That way, the tariffs, they could eliminate tariffs, use it strategically when needed, because they have no social security. And Trump, he never looked at the bottom of the ocean. He looked at the top.
Mm-hmm.
So he don't know more or less all of the intricacies of tariff. All he know is that he already know a book, and some fake guy tell him, yo, if you put in tariff, you'll make money. They used to do it already. And he gone with it. And the sheep where he have around him, they took hard to tell him, yo, dude, when I lose, midterm, when I lose, you might not make it to the end of your term, because J.D. Vance done the talk against you. Yeah, anyway.
But so I say, it might be a little better too. We can't deny that the next part, because he did it with Mexico and he did it with Canada.
Right.
With the first round of tariffs. When he came and then he declared some big victory. Oh, see, they're doing what I wanted them to do. So one pundit is saying that's what he wants. He wants all this attention. So he's doing it so that world leaders could come groveling at his feet, and he's the king.
Truth of the matter is,
he wants
Mexico,
to be the king, and
Yeah, Mexico nor Canada is doing what you want him to do.
I know, but in his mind, that's what he wants.
In his mind, because whatever Mexico promised, Mexico was doing already.
But he not worry about truths are not good. Remember when they talk about truth?
I know. This trade agreement that Trump did destroy, we say it's a terrible thing. Trump is the one that created this. This is his
right. So that's what I'm saying.
Policy.
There might be a bit of truth that he's doing it so that people he can be the man up above and everybody come groveling to him. And
and this is the point. My day. This is the point.
Yes, my day. Yes, I am the guy. Yes.
Yes, this is the point. And this is the point. My day when I'm the guy. When I try to look in the eyes of our manual listeners and say, "You like it? Did it go good photo?"
Well, hey, we got to take a break and then come back and then.
That's right. And when we come back, we will be 10% more fun.
I'll tell you the names of this year's hurricanes.
Oh my God! Why?
Hey, because you all need to know what's on this list.
Is there a Lisa in there?
Guys, for me.
Tired of replacing light bulbs? LED
All right. Yeah. Let's get back to it, boy. It's the morning stew. It's just Monday.
That's what it is.
And yeah, we welcome
be
everybody
alright.
back from the weekend. All right. So hope everybody had a nice one. Get
We'll be
yourself some
alright.
rest. Da 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 da. There you go. Yes, sir, Mr. DeFore. That is it right there. A fake name with a fake email address. Peter Navarro. That is the guy.
Who is he?
Peter Navarro.
Oh,
Oh,
that's a Trump
And then
economic advisor.
he flipped Navarro around and came up with a name based off that name. What's the name? He flipped around. But anyway, okay, a couple of hot takes coming in real fast on the morning stew right here. Let me get the first one. Mr. Rodon says, a guy on CNN called it voodoo economics.
I know him.
He says Belizeans won't pay the 10% tariff. It's the American people. Yes, of course. We will pay the tariffs our country set for imports from other countries. Yes, yeah, we won't get the direct tariffs, but the trickle down means higher costs across the board
Right.
for stuff that we get in. He's trying to bring manufacturing back to the U.S., but set up a factory in the U.S. labor cost is much higher than China or Mexico. That's what companies are dodging, higher manufacturing costs. So, I mean, yeah, it's not a well thought out plan, obviously.
He doesn't know how it works.
What else? Real quick.
Yeah, because I got them names for you, baby.
Hold on. In from the Crime News Center, apparently, coming from
Do tell.
the potential. What's happening here? Okay, you hearing me?
Yeah.
Yes, we are.
So, from the potential rider who might want to lead the attack, this is coming from that rider. We have one leader. This is a forward. Honorable Tracy Panton, there has not been and will not be any division from that on my part. Anything else is machination of a perverted mind and wishful. And this is the latest that the individual has said with the initials JS.
Okay.
So JS is saying, not me. I ain't leading no attack.
Not me.
Where y'all getting that from?
Me don't know.
So yeah, that one more piece of hot take from another steward. I don't know the legitimacy of this one, but it says that they understand that 35 foreign applications for the Holy Saturday cross country, about half that amount can win the race, while we only have 5 or 6 Belizeans that can possibly win the race. So the odds are against us.
Or against us.
Is that any new news, or is it always that's the case? What say you, Lisa?
Say that's always the case.
That's always the case?
So it's no news.
Okay. Half of 35, the what?
70. How about 35? Oh, that's 17 and a half.
17.
No.
So if you got 17 riders, you could possibly win based on their accolades and stats. And you have 6 we could win Belize. Sounds about right.
Más o menos.
Sounds about right.
Más o menos.
Yeah, but we still got 17.
Where do we have 17?
6 we got, 6 to 7.
Foreigners.
Oh,
Keep up with
it's
me.
6 of us. Okay, 6 of us and 17 foreigners.
So far, there are 35 foreigners who have signed up for the race.
Uh-huh.
And they're saying at least half of those 35 can win the race, while we have, say, 6 Belizeans who can win the race as well. So 6 local boys they're talking about.
Well, then we have
Well,
to
at
we have
least
to
17 to 18
redouble.
of the foreigners coming in can win.
We have to redouble our efforts.
Triple at that.
Mhm.
How much more days left,
This
Lisa?
is how you know when you this is how champions are made. You know, I've always felt that if you want to be better, you can't just compete with the people that you practice with. You gotta have foreign people
You gotta
out
have
there.
competition.
Yeah, but you also have to make the playing field level and fair.
Mm-hmm.
And so, but if I mean, why we not have more people united? What's the reason?
Now we have all the riders, but out of all the riders, we might have 60 riders or 50.
Mhm.
But out of the
But
50,
out of those, they're saying only
only,
6.
only about 6 are contenders. The rest are.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I
They're
am
not
appealing to the next. I am appealing to the other 54. Show these pundits
No,
that are 6
because if you got,
contenders we got.
I think everyone come from each team. Out of every team, you only got one contender, maybe 2.
Mm-hmm. Maybe 2.
Yeah. And how much domestique you got?
That's why.
As much? As much?
Exactly. No. This is where, like I would have said, all the rules go to hell. When on the race, if that is domestique, they in the lead, or that is champion in the lead,
Do it right.
go for it. Go for it. You know, because we have to adjust with strategy. You know.
Right.
Yeah. Just can't go into the way how we always do things if the odds are against us.
Change your mentality.
Exactly.
Working on the app,
And
guys.
what-
Working on the app for those. If you're not
Alright.
getting the app, I don't
Yes,
know.
we're
Yeah,
working on it, Herman. Working on it.
Yeah. And I think that what we need to do as a country, all of our cycling teams, they need to come together with an understanding and say, yo, watch ya. We know that we compete against each other.
But
All of we Belizean teams, they compete against each other. But,
there is a
And-
but.
you know, we love a big butt. The thing is,
Sir, mix a
when it
lot.
comes, when it comes down to the finish, and you see that there's foreign riders in that mix, and you got 2 from this team from Belize,
Doesn't
1
matter
from that team
which
from Belize,
Belizean
Yes.
is up.
whichever
That
Belizean
person.
team,
Push that person.
yeah,
Come now.
whichever Belizean individuals from different teams are in there, gonna work as a team now.
Exactly.
And no worry about which one I want to win. Worry about how we get front of these foreign riders. Then we don't compete. But we have to literally tell we riders this is what we want to do. Because I believe that riders right down to the finish line, they're going for their team. And they're not looking for the glory of the country, you know? Maybe wrong, but yeah. I don't know.
We've had this discussion countless times.
Yeah.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, much they didn't really have the punching power to do the deed. Some might literally have. That's why you'll have one contender out of every team. Maybe
Yeah,
one,
but if
maybe
that was
one and a half.
But if a domestique is up, that's
Yeah,
what we're saying.
big if, but normally that wouldn't be the case.
No, but I know if what we have to, even me who knows that Michael Jordan
No, I'm
is
saying
the GOAT,
they might not
I
have
know
it.
that without Pippen,
I know, Groove, but I'm saying maybe they don't have it just based on the where they stand. That they don't have it. That not everybody could win a race.
Yeah, well, I believe that I don't know a cyclist as much as Mr. Frisco. I drive by a bike right now. But anyway, what happened? I believe that for every team you have your star rider.
Sorry, maybe 2.
Yeah, maybe 2. But then you also have the warriors where they defend and they propel your star rider. So, my mind, I'd say if you have riders that can assist the champion, then the rider are just as good, if not maybe a little bit better, because then they push the champion. So, a race now where part you go on Guatemala and a Mexican or an American, they the leader, and you got 3 or 4 Belizean from different teams, wanna work together, get front of them, then on battle it out,
Okay.
I mean, I don't know if it could work, so it might be like crossing the aisle.
Lexi says that we have a person on compound who's says that her father is the. So what's her father's name? Says her father is the originator of the cross country, the guy who came up with the idea.
Really?
I don't know. Who came up with the first race?
Mr. Country.
Mr. Country. I don't know. Where to go on Mischief?
Sanslim Philip. Wait.
Philip.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Anselm.
I want to be on. I like the topic we want to discuss. I want to put my 2 cents in.
Got it strong.
Well, first thing, Shine never ride bike back then.
Good morning, group. Good morning, Lisa. Morning, young Mischief. This whole Mischief.
Where to go on?
For years, I have been saying this thing, and people don't understand there's a difference between competing with each other as opposed to competing against each other. The same thing where you say, group.
Thank you, sir.
If 4 Belizeans is there from different teams with 2 foreigners, you become Belize team, which means that you compete with each other as opposed to against each other. That race, Belizean, the Belizean not supposed to chase to catch no Belizean. Belizean go for a ride. Foreigner is out there. Belizean supposed to work. But these guys don't understand there's a difference between competing with each other as opposed to competing against each other. And that's the problem. Whenever we learn that, and it might not make sense what I'm saying.
That's easy to say when the person who is paying for your ride is the team owner who has a different agenda. You're not there, or you're not there on your own accord. You're there representing a team.
The key to it is to get a Belizean over the finish line first.
Yeah, but the team not. They don't know where the team depend.
Where the team depend?
The team depend make for them when I win.
Because we don't understand the difference between competing with each other as opposed to competing against each other. There is a time when you compete against and when you compete with, when you work together for the cause of winning. Right. I close with that. If they don't understand that, I stop saying it because I've been saying this for years.
I get you, but this one always be a subject because 2 different things happen. All Belizeans not the ride for all Belizeans. Belizeans the ride with my team. So expecting this nationalism for all sectors hard when everybody the ride one singular. When the team got foreign riders, the team not got foreign riders anymore, don't so. But yeah, I got you. Yeah, thanks. So always be that because just the nature of it, right, Lisa? Right or wrong?
Yeah.
The nature of it, they tell you I want to do that, but the nature of it, they tell you I can't do that.
Why?
Because he not set up a part all Belizeans ride together. He set up a part the Belizeans ride for their team. So there's a difference.
We would want that to be.
You want it to be that, but you're not designed that way. The DNA different.
So you just say that we don't have the ability to grow.
No, you're not going to grow. You're going for the team. If you go compete outside, that team's nobody to worry if you're American or Jamaican or Belize. You better ride for your team.
Listen to what I say. If you have 3 Belizean teams, you have riders from 3 different teams, they're out in the lead, and you have 2 foreign riders where they're in the lead. Mm-hmm. Those 3 or 4 Belizean riders, even though they compete against one another, at that point of the game, their goal should be, what they're supposed to say is, none of we could win. None of we could win because 2 foreign riders that up front. So now the common sense thing would have been to do, make we work together to eliminate the 2 foreign riders, then we want to compete.
That would be the ideal thing, Steve.
But we see that, but we see that
many times coming up around this time.
But we see that.
But any owner of a team want to understand that logic.
But we see that, bro.
But I don't know if they understand the kind of
logic. No, it does happen. Lisa, you know you watch these races. It does happen. But that the person with the best legs.
They not to lead DNA.
No, but talk about.
That's what we would want.
When a bunch up in a pack, different from when you're gonna break away a tree.
Mm-hmm.
But when a bunch of people pack, they always say, well, oh, make it ride together if you do this, or make it ride together if you do that. But that objective different from the team objective.
Yeah. I know they talk about the pack. When you in the pack that every
But
man
that, that way part right there, that way the right there in the pack, that way the criticism there. Because they don't want to work together if catch up to the whoever break away. The three-way break away have to figure out how they want to do it.
Yeah,
Right.
exactly.
And we see that play out.
I would never ever tell you I know enough about cycling for like strategies. But when that Pendleton, that crowd, I know they worry about them. One of the crowd mentality.
No, but they groove, that day.
Make a finish.
You want to say the same thing?
My problem is now when the Pendleton they way the back and you got your breakaway the front. You got 2 foreigners and 3 Belizean. I know the word about the Pendleton. I had to worry about the 3 Belizean where they're on different team. We need to look at those foreigners as the enemy and say, yo, we can work together to get up front. Me don't care where they go on with the Pendleton. That's for them business.
No, but that's what I explained to you. When you say 3 or a 3-man breakaway, and one for each team, maybe one foreigner they in 8 or a 4-man. Then 4-man they start compete against one another. Then start to strategize on their own. The complaint, the criticism that in the peloton, if you bring one rider at the front or if you catch up with the main, that's the way they say, well, the team start work together rather than work as one unit, one Belizean unit, then they work as one whoever that sponsor unit. And that's the way the criticism come in. I say, why the ball never want to work together if you catch the man in the front? That's the way the criticism there. Not in the breakaway. That in the peloton.
The criticism, they in the wire the back.
Yes, because they don't want to work together to catch up. That's the way the criticism always there.
Of course.
Because when the 3-man break away, then 3-man have to figure out who the hell want to win. Because everybody want to win then. Who got the better legs want to win. So you see man, they pose up behind man for who did that front. Man, they cut the back, cut the win. Man, I start go across this so that they know they behind there. 3-man, you watch it over and over, latterly thing.
Yeah.
But the back when they say, boy, anybody never want to work together. Two teams never want to work together.
Because I don't worry about the back because I know that for all the races that I've covered, when the winners come in, the Pendleton they're 10, 15 minutes behind.
That's why.
I know and that's why I know to worry about that. I had to worry about the one where they in at the
No, but your argument, that's why I explained to you how the argument work. They did a back so long because they work together. They always say it, Groove. The man in a back no work together because they're a team. So if you catch the man, they will get away. Okay, say 2 foreigners broke away. That always the criticism that back that they don't want to work together.
They don't work together.
Then they work as team. So the 2 foreigners, so 2 foreigners broke away. The 2 Guatemalan they broke away. And I don't know cycling enthusiasts, but I watch it. I always hear the criticism when the race done. Boy, the man they never want to work together if you catch the 2 Guatemalan or the 2 American. That there the complaint there in the peloton. Then they say, boy, this big gap. Why? Because then they come and then, boy, we never want to work together. And Lisa, you do the race then more than me.
Yeah.
Right or wrong?
You're right. Ideally, we would want the Belizeans up front to work together, but that doesn't play out.
You say you cannot speak with bark tongue. You either agree with Frisco or you don't. Because
no, but I know from experience, Steve. What are you talking about?
What you and Frisco are saying is that when you got 5 riders 10 minutes ahead of the crowd, when the race, everybody know the race is going to be decided amongst those 5 riders. Only they tell me now, look on the 5, look on the Pendleton. I don't care about
I am not saying don't look at those 5. We are
but that's the way the argument starts.
Want them to work together. They don't do that.
That's the way you feel, Groove. That's where the facts. The facts is that they're the back, that the peloton at the back, where they don't want to work together to catch the breakaway. And the criticism come in when the criticism come in now when you got 2 American breakaway or 2 Guatemalan breakaway or 1 Guatemalan breakaway and then the back one foreigner or 2, right? And then the back no want to work together to catch. Cause maybe you have 1 American breakaway and maybe you got one next set of maybe 6. Then you got the main peloton back with about 40. So that's 6. No one work together to catch the 1 or the 2 again because in a different team. That's where the criticism always there. Not the one where they all head, the one there where they play catch up.
I will always say, all right, you're right. because it seemed like there comes a point when you just don't want to hear where I.
But you don't want to hear the facts.
No, you know.
But we've had this discussion last year. We had this discussion the year before.
Are looking at the cause of what happened. Where I look and whatever the cause is, there's 5 riders up ahead.
But that's your scenario.
Nobody. That's what happened every race.
No, it happened every race. That one American broke way, or one Guatemalan, or 2 broke way.
And then you got about 2 or 3 Belizeans, whatever. They're right there with them.
No.
But where I did.
You know where that breakaway?
Right.
This always happen. Groove. This happens when you got.
Never mind.
When you got one breakaway. Anyway, I make maybe Boca explain to you that when you this criticism always come up when you have a foreigner breakaway. And then the Belizeans that are back maybe one smaller peloton and maybe 6 or 8 will not work together to catch that man.
You don't worry about the.
All right, I know what you worry about. How the race play out. Gee.
You have never ever seen a race.
I'm done.
You have never seen a race where you got one foreigner or 2 in the lead. You got about 3 Belizeans right there along with them. Then the battle, then going along 10 miles, then the battle, the penalty, then 15 minutes to back. Then the battle. I know the word about the penalty where they said that 3 Belizeans were at the front with the 2 foreigners. They're supposed to work together. But for some reason,
yes, but that's a nice scenario you put there. But that's not how it always play out.
Steve, you and I know this.
That's not how it always play out. More than likely, this is how it play out. 1 American, 1 Guatemalan breakaway. 2 American or 2 Guatemalan and 1 Belizean breakaway. Usually that one 3-man breakaway. 9 times out of 10, that one 3-man breakaway. 9 times out of 10, you got one smaller peloton to play catch up, and then you got the main one that will drop the back. The criticism always come in when that scenario play out. When you have 1 American or 2 Guatemalan breakaway, and then the 6 or 10 no one work together to catch up. That always the criticism. That right there you always hear after the race that I saw the thing gone. Your early scenario, then they said that not exist.
Mm-hmm.
But 9 times out of 10 that the one way John DeLong broke way, gone, he won.
Mm-hmm.
Or Rojas, Guatemalan, broke way, he won. They don't hear criticism when the race done. Boy, the man never want to work together to catch the man.
I could understand that, but if I could say if the human broke with that.
Yeah, that. That then 9 out of 10 that then your scenario plausible. Yes, that happened too.
I can tell you something. I don't expect any changes because too many people are just.
1 second, hold on. Got a group?
No, I'm saying I don't think it'll ever change.
Hold on, I'm white. Group finish. Yeah, but we have to run the show. How we run the show?
Go ahead.
Go the strong.
Yes, sir, but on top of the money, Mr. Groove, top of the money, this all over the 1-man army, Mr. Frisco. Yes, I don't start to do all these small big up, I think I want to big up the mayor face. Not all these great, that we backward through by the Guana Island Street, the big old island, drain and thing of the question. So I just want to big up the money for that, so they can see a way to. I just want to make them big truck move from a port stop to drive hard from the boulevard up the port there, especially in the aisle, tanker with the drive hard. Because they want to lock down people and hurt people, brother. Because every day white straggling on the streets and see what they go on there. And I just want my people and check me in time out there and off for the roads and they drive the aisle truck, tanker truck hard through the system.
That's right.
Yeah. All right, right.
The people that pull up farm because they know white mass know up in the community here where to west up there.
Yeah.
I cut the school and I run around the block and the park and everywhere the building. And the people that work here come out and cut their yard. I cut their yard to 3 of them cars. And then the airlines the big boy. Yeah, let's tell me I tanker truck stop the drive hard from the boulevard and they 8 in the wheeler truck. I
wish you luck, my little boy.
I went straight to port. And they got to drive their big truck hard from this boulevard.
Wish you luck.
Respect though, I love you know. Because remember, white keep the master working in the community. White not talking in no office. White master physically, and I love the people in this community.
All right,
yeah, man.
People out there.
Yes, I. Later on. Thanks, of course.
If anybody in Belize need one of these superhero costume, the white.
Yeah,
because
yeah.
whenever there's a problem, you always see white there, right there. They help
Well,
out
yeah,
and things.
so I mean, it's not forever be the argument every year, right? At least where I mean,
Right.
that we have to understand that
We've had this discussion.
yeah,
We've
the
had this
nationalism
argument.
thing now one thing, and the team thing now
Team
another
is
thing.
something
That like
else.
island water, the two things just not mix.
But you see, remember, just last week, I think some topic we were talking about when I said I don't think that we have the nationalism, love, and the patriotic pride. We got it, We got it every 10th, and we got it every 21st. But
No,
then,
but-
like, we miss it. We miss it the rest of the time.
I think if there's change the structure of the race where you have one Belize team versus the world, if you could get it like Pana.
Bro, that's a kid's thing.
Where a big kids thing? That the Tour de
That's
France. You got Belize
but-
team.
No, but what I'm saying is if we as
One second.
Belizeans can't understand the simple thing as work together to get rid of the foreigners, then we shouldn't even the race.
Yeah, but your coach, your boss never give you the instruction.
Well, then he shouldn't be the boss.
Well,
He's
you
one of the
go
money.
sponsor a team. Now I tell you, Bible, you better go
He's
sponsor your
one
own
of the
team.
money.
You better go
bro,
sponsor your
because I tell you
team.
something, everybody know one team that ever win. But I mean, this is our part common sense come in.
Yeah, clear.
Your team, you want to win. But that me and my adversary they up there and two other ballets. So what me and my adversary do? We admit none of we know and win. We are make them win. Because we not smart enough to work
Well,
together
I never
to
said
get
that.
front of them.
I don't think that happened though. But Kerm, somebody's here.
Yes, I.
Well,
Yeah, man.
Morning, Drummond here.
Yeah, what you going?
I like the topic because cycling are very essential sport because it works the whole body and make the whole body shift. But on the other hand, as we're talking about cycling, I used to ride when I'm younger, probably about 18, 19, 20. I realized from my point of view, cycling is an individual sport. People make it be team thing now, and that's how make it get how it is because when you drive from a team, you have your star players, you have your players who do certain work or who do certain role players. And only the best man to win, and that's the man who put in the most work, who gets to put in distance and stuff like that. And that's why I went for a country and then race forum. Only got like 5 man who could win that probably more likely because on the 5 of them, they put in that distance. So this country there, I look out for the team for Kaya, but more likely I look out for the David Chap because David Chap they work out and for international team outside and they put in a distance. If you don't put in a distance, you don't make it, and that's why when they cross country, them ballet sit down in the pack because then they wait to make everybody come back together. Only the one who got shape and who got the distance here, then when they attack and they make them burst out and this because they have it in there. Next one they don't have it, then they sit down to wait that they come back in the pack, or the pack gets packed by the break, and then they want to get a lead lucky shot to get able to get in the top 10. But then they look up for the win. They have a couple of them who will go up for the win because they have the distance in there. No, the foreigners that come in, no, the foreigners have the distance in there. They have more training skills than I need them because they work with training. What they part, they put in the distance, they put in weight, they put in running, calculating another sport, you have to do running too, you have to do these things. You have to do these things also with a cycling. Because endurance is the main thing in a cycling. You don't have the endurance to carry through the whole 100 miles. You don't make it, you have to eat, you have to know how to maneuver yourself through the whole race. And if you don't got that thing in you don't make it to the finish. Master, then you say, when you start 100 man line up, and you have too much finish. If you get 40 man finish the race, then a lot. Suppose I time about 20 and maybe 30, close to 20. Because all of them jump out by the time they reach there, you want to come back to where my fun. It's done. The more than it. So now man, what I think that the man who has top shape, who put in most workout, who put in a distance, and then want to be the man to win the race. The one that will not put in a distance or play the most role in the race, you have to drop that in there, you have that will probably win. You don't have that scenario, you look bad by the time you don't work out your 40 miles or you used to work out. What happens to you? Your energy don't know, you have to spend for reserve, and reserve now, carry all of this at distance, because then the last couple of miles, the hills, and the rain upon the sun, the beach, and the breeze will come back in your face. And then at the hardest part, but
right, drummer. We got you.
Believe you we always just wish for believe on there, and I think the Cairo team got the man there to put in the different. I think I want to train out to put in their time today. I help them schedule and move on for this race supposed to be win for her ride. So that might be thing.
All right, drummer.
All right, thank you. So before we continue, let me give you the names of the top three. You had the women youth top finishers yesterday as well. So it was male and women junior race, what we would call junior race. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
So coming in at number 3, we have Jamelia Gladden. Number 2, Kelsey Castillo. 1 is Leanne Choto.
Okay.
All right? So those are the 3 women youth top 3
All right.
finishers.
Hey, Don Hector, quick point, because we're time for a break.
We have a break. Yeah.
Good.
Go ahead.
I've been watching bicycles for the past 80 years. 80. We used to go to the roadside here by Santa Elena to see all the great cyclists that came. I have calibrated them as such. Duncan Jeffrey O'Brien, number 1. Duncan Borden, number 2. Anthony Hutchison, number 3. Kenrick Halliday, number 4. And there are others along the line. I heard Kenrick Halliday say, for me to win a race, I don't need no help from nobody.
That's him, Hector. That is him.
The same thing, the boy from Esperanza. He said, Mr. Hector, I went there for win race. Me not going there for please nobody. He beat Calderon, the famous Calderon. He left and crazy about almost 30 minutes ahead of him from Belize City to San Ignacio and back. Anthony Hutchison. He went back and he beat all the famous names that were there, like the this and the that from Belize City. He got fly. And he said, if I not fit, I don't want to get in the race. I don't need no comadre. I don't need no compadre. And that has been the weakness in Belize now, that foreigners come strong, they ride by themselves up to finishing line. But here this one, I did wait for make my friend come in so he could help me. And if that failed, the whole team gone to bed. I think that we need strong cyclists like those that run in the Paris big race. They're not going to come out. When you have one cyclist that France go from Colombia, he ain't going by himself.
You either got it or don't, you know, Don Hector.
This teamwork, I don't know when it was introduced. But I leave you all with that. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you very
either
much.
got it or you don't.
I want to close off my comment about this is from listening to people talk, racing, because of the way it's structured now, it's structured where, again, everything is manufactured. Even a champion is manufactured. Nobody on an individual team could just say, you know what, I am Papua and I am win. You have to ride, a structure. And that has its good points, I guess, and it has its bad points. And I believe that we have way more champions than we know, but they're not allowed to win because of how it's structured. Like Don Hector said, you're not a ride for yourself, no more you're the ride for a group, and that's different. So again, it's all about the mindset. If we like wrestling, if we like riding like this where foreigners come and beat we because we can't work together, hey, let's keep it up as the way we've been doing.
But remember, every rider
change.
every rider got the power to do it. Like on the team, like on basketball team, you got 1 or 2 good players and the rest off.
Yeah,
do their job. But
so
you got one player who could give you 30 points, and all of them could give you 30 points.
Yeah.
You see
So what is that saying about our cycling? That one John DeLong could come here by himself and beat we over and over because
well, I don't class thing. Well, I don't class thing.
Because we no land. We no land. Nobody will look at a man and say, how you did do that? Where we and say, I have to wait for me domestique come and Brock win for me.
But
I have to wait for this and wait for that.
But you
Come
got the
on.
power, you go. You got the power, you go. We've seen riders power go, and then they not got the power to finish it, and then they drop because they don't got the power. We say riders broke away for a couple miles, but they not got the power to finish it.
Casale says the Belize cyclists remind me of the football team in Belize. They're good. They compete good against each other, but when they go outside, they look like school competitors. I take offense to that, Casale.
Everything
how are they?
one story.
How are they going to work together when they don't have no legs at the 70% part of the race?
Yes.
One thing about that, where I always believe in, I don't understand how you could live in our country where they can race and they beat you. If you have to ride that route once a week, you do it. You know, when a foreigner beat we at our race, our thing, I believe it's just because, again, the national pride, no, that
No, the national money, no, they. Because them Bali have to go home. Them Bali have to go to work.
Yo, I don't dispute that neither. But again, you know what happened? There's always a reason.
No, but then if
they
remember they said they classifying it in categories. But if you're in this category, it's a category C. But even a category C man, where he come from, he don't get paid if he ride all day.
Right.
Although it ain't a category C. Your category C man have to go to work. You only ride per weekend. You only could get a lead training in. So down a level where, if we players, they get paid if you ride 100% all day, every day.
Again, we've had this discussion.
And that money again?
Mm-hmm.
Yo, it's not, it's not an all day, every day, bro. It's at least a once a month. It's no.
No, but the rider when they come against you, he the ride every day.
Yeah, but again, they ride our route every day.
All right.
If one ride, my boy, I can tell you something. If I know I can make this full race, or if what I used to do when I bought my car, whenever I had no gas gauge in there, I kept one gallon of gas in at the back, and I make it go empty. And then I put the gallon of gas in the car to see how far it's going. That way, I have an idea where part I start to have to look for another gas station or whatever, right? Mm-hmm. And this is the way I say about riders. If you going for a race, go do the road one couple of times. Figure out the way part the cross when one hit you. Figure out the way part you want lose your leg. Figure out the way part more or less your second when one come in. But for some reason, we look more for excuses than for solution. We always have good reasons why we lose. Always. We got the best reasons why we lose.
I can't put that on the riders, because they are who they are. They got what they got.
Really?
Yeah, if we best rider than just say for instance, we best rider than the way they maybe we have a good rider, but maybe not the ride. Maybe we got somebody who could top it out, but maybe not the ride. Maybe injured. All these factors come in. That's like sports. Like right now, a good basketball team, the best player right now, could they out with injury. Can't win a championship. Can out with injury. So all these factors come into play when they talk about sports and athletes. All athletes are not the same. Some athletes have it, some don't. Some who have it probably not the ride. All these things, they interplay.
They want one or two of them. They must have it because they don't need my whole 5 or 6.
Yeah, but hey, they no joke. Again, if you train every day, professionally, your body in a better shape than the other guy. Sports. The guy will go in at the gym shoot, practice a 3-pointer, better than the man who not going at the gym and not practice a 3-pointer or a free throws.
That we know.
You got to practice. If you don't practice something, how you can be excellent at it? Unless you're Steph Curry.
So
hey.
I understand that training is a lot of it, is quite a bit of it. But going from that logic, we should just look at this and say the chance of a Belizean winning any of these races is very slim.
Slim, yeah. Well, how they call that when they tell me?
Yeah, it's very slim. So we shouldn't be surprised.
But that pool we got, what we could do?
Yeah, we shouldn't be surprised. No, bro, where you could do that, change your strategy. but we so stuck in our ways. We want tie the red thing from the baby hand when it bang because we're stuck in our ways. Come on, we have to change the thing.
Yes, but it's still, it still belong to competence. If you only got 6 men who are competent to win the race, that's what you got.
That's what you got.
Rather than 20, you got 6 that are well with the serve out. That's it.
Well, I tell you. Out of our
Booker's gonna
fast.
call and tell us.
Listen to me.
Yo,
I like the
I tell
morning
you.
stew.
You
Like the
bet- you
hold on.
understand?
I like the morning stew. How much morning stew I got on pan radar for the world about we? We not course in this because only we did this.
Exactly. And
That's all
anybody
it.
else with any other thing with the pan for this time slot
Yes,
people
sir.
are shutting
All right. Quick, Kazale.
Yeah. From my observation, that guy Chavarria is going to win the race this year, or coming first, second, or third, because he's been continuously competing out there in the world out there. So he has a highly good chance of winning the cross country this year. So I'm going to go with Chavarria this year. I think Belize has one of the easiest cross country paths in the world because from what I see and my friends see in America, you guys have a lot of flat riding. You have little hills, little minor hills up in that Cayo between Belmopan and Cayo, but you guys don't have no monstrous terrains like these dudes work out here in America. When these dudes work out in America, they got hills that they climbing.
Hold on. We got hills over
Oh,
here in
gosh.
Casale. We got hills in America here too. We got hills, we America too.
Yeah, well, they need to use this some more than go work out on the hill because I never seen them on the hummingbird, working on the hummingbird. That's where they need to be working on the hummingbird if they want to get their reps going on because, like I said, that race in Belize is a low, flat terrain. It's easy for a lot of people that goes over to race because you guys have a lot of hills.
All right, Kazale.
When you see, okay, one more thing about that dude Rojas yesterday. Rojas, there was a big accident with 3 or 4 or 5 races, and Rojas came back and won the race. That's what I'm telling you. Our riders don't have no legs when it comes to finishing and everything. There's a lot of good riders in Belize, but they're designed for a 75 miles and 100 miles race. They're not used to that 140-mile race. They need to get consistent with that. Anyway, guys, a.k.a. Casale, I'm coming with Greener Cycling. I'm registered already. I got my 2 bikes, so you're going to see me.
All right.
From Belize to 8 miles. Peace out.
Yep.
Ram.
A.k.a. Casale. The way Casale is.
Let's roll it. Ram, quick.
Yes, I. Greetings, brothers and sister Mona Lisa Lowe.
Good morning.
The first thing I want to say, right? Brother Hardy, speak near what? I tell you already which part to buy your strawberry. You don't have to pay too much.
You pay by what?
Uh-huh.
Your strawberries.
You know how they speak me.
Uh-huh.
Yes, because I tell you no where part to go buy it. You don't have to pay so much.
Okay.
Where part?
On the road.
No. You see where part Memorial Park there?
Uh-huh.
The street right, the street corner will lead one on your right, one lead you to Forjat, the other one lead you to Chatu Caribbean. In that corner there, the people will bring the strawberry, will smuggle it into Belize. They go right there and select it every time, like 2 times, 3 times for the week. After they don't select it and clean it from the bruised strawberry, they carry it to the market. So again, I don't believe that's how the people will give Groove the bad strawberry underneath, because I see with my own eye, then people put loans selected in the leaf basket and carry it to distribute. So somebody else do that. Somebody else remove them and put the bruised one underneath. So right there, the people come from west and bring the strawberry 2-3 times for the week, right? Every morning around 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock, then they right at the corner in front of the park.
I never buy it, and I never know what part to buy it from.
Good say you have to do
You know
one
where
shopping.
you buy it from?
You have to do one. Somebody buy it for you, and somebody buy it. That's somebody buy it.
Okay. Well, that's why I get it and continue get it.
All right.
No.
All right.
What's the cycling now? You better write Frisco. Those cyclists that come from another countries, they don't have to work. They for their job, that's the sport.
I guess.
And they have a federation we take care of them. For them jobs are only for train and be ready for competition.
Yeah.
But what surprised me is this. How comes when those riders come from outside, they always go and they're lucky to win rides. But when they compete in another country throughout Central America, they take a lick in there. So I don't know why they win so easy. Because they ride in Mexico, they ride in Guatemala, they ride in Honduras, and when they go there, they take a lick and they really have to work out to make them win. But over here, they just get it so easy.
Because we have one way of riding.
Hi, Ron.
But anyway, we're going to take care for now.
Yes.
I bet you, if you, Groove, and Lisa have a right, I know Lisa will win.
Of course, yeah, drive.
Respect.
Yeah.
Don't worry.
Right.
Yeah, the groove. Drive.
Yeah, drive, Lisa, drive. I got to tell you something. I proud of our Belizean riders. But the thing is, again, where we to say is that the way we to ride now, something isn't right with it. Something isn't right with the way we to ride. And I think that we need to look at it. But just like with everything else, we've grown accustomed to it this way. And we feel like we are win eventually this way. But every year to show we more and more, we need to adjust with strategy a ride. I love the ideas that teams should compete against each other before a lot of the big international races where we invite people to come. But we have to do the road. We can't, we can't make up excuse. When we lose, we can't say, well, they wanted to get paid. We know that before we got in. We knew that before we even get to the finish line, that the people who we ride against, then they get paid. So, that's their job. So either we embark on that every year, or we're going to find a way around that.
Until they decide to work together.
Until they decide to pay the riders for train all year. But that no happen because of the financial restraints.
But again, this is where we have to see if Anthony Mala
here we go.
What he said. This is where we have to see if Anthony Mala mean what he says, because getting money to sporting teams is one of the easiest things if anybody wants to do it. Give businesses tax incentives. Not go beg them for donation.
Mm-hmm.
Give them tax incentives why they should donate.
Because if a team have X amount of sponsors, then they can afford for just ride all day. But if they don't get sponsorship,
exactly. And this is what I'm saying. Again, government, not anybody could bankrupt a government as easy as 47. But what I'm saying is, if government really want to help athletes, if they want to help people where they sell barbecue for medical expenses, all they have to do is give businesses one income tax incentive. If you donate certain amount of money to teams, to feeding programs, to children's hospital, anything.
Well, they made some adjustments to that. I read it in one of the tax infomercials about the structure of that, and there's been a new update to how if you're assist or donate to sports.
Yeah, that's very good.
I'd have to read.
Well, that's good. We'll wait and see.
There were some measures there on that with the tax thing, because I read it about So hopefully that again business have to sponsor these teams. Remember, these teams also, they are now a federation.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, look
they're federation independent.
And the long beat with so much until we call them Belizean now, so we can't say my foreign had a beat with. Why I tell you?
Hey, but then hey, Michael Jordan only come around once every so often, you have to watch that too.
We got way on Michael Jordan here.
Also, they have a bigger pool. Most of these countries have a bigger pool. Riders, if you select from, we got a smaller pool. So the chances that you get that guy or guys less. So there are many factors we add up to how our race turn out, how good riders are. You know, there's a few factors. Again, you know, there's just the talent factor where a guy could just come from nowhere and just start a just win race, you know. One generational talent. Could come from nowhere and just start to win up all these races away.
Well, currently we have a Honduranian who is the defending champion.
You know, this is what I'm saying.
Yes. Honduranian Belizean or just plain Honduranian?
Playing on
Hey, we got a break. We got...
Wait, somebody wants the name of the hurricane.
No, when they come back, we are dealing with a different subject. That basketball, that no cycling, that basketball.
And ladies and gentlemen, we just want to say to you all, a happy 7-Eleven, baby, in advance.
In advance.
No, we can make it. Come on, let's go.
Nando's Wholesale is your market leader.
Think I wouldn't when I would? Think I wouldn't when I would? There it is. It's 7-Eleven, baby. The best time to come back. It is 7-Eleven. I'll take it.
I guarantee you got a commercial.
I know. No, man. Hey, let me send a shout out. Mighty Force D. You done said it, sir. Big up Mighty Force. I'm a Beijing that you know from way back.
Sure.
You know the DJ game, yeah.
Where to go on, Mr. D?
And say the Morning Stew, the best morning show in the world.
Sure.
I'll take that.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
See why?
We don't argue with smart people, you know.
Stephen Anthony Perrott, I agree with you, but understand what
Yes.
Frisco said. To me, nationalism should be even in the owners of the teams.
That's right.
Yeah, boy, I tell you, it's always a, emotional subject matter. That good old cross-country cycling classic. You get your fish yet or what?
I mean,
Waiting for y'all.
Fish on $5 a pound right now.
In what dynasty?
Well, all I know, what? Do that at 11:11. G Mike one with one time check. Same time in Mexico. Do that at 11:11. What are the difference between 7-Eleven and 11:11? Anyway, I think we fish where we eat will be a hagfish.
Oh.
Because
Yes,
I had a chat. Yeah, Marlon gave me a recipe for it. Huh?
No, you.
Oh, yeah. So that is gonna. When are you start again?
How about next week? How about next week?
Next week that Easter?
Yes.
How come Easter changes?
To what? We already had this discussion. From what to what?
Because change like a March sometime, the April sometime.
Yes, and we had this discussion.
And what was the answer we came up with?
Right. She was the one who gave us the answer.
Why does Easter change? Because I figured only one time Christ was resurrected. Why does Easter?
It depends.
It depends. That we talk about that now. Why does Easter change every year? Let me see. Easter's date changes annually because it is celebrated on the first Sunday after the first full moon that occurs on or after the spring equinox, which happens around. So then Easter don't have nothing to do with Christ then.
It has to do with the equinox.
Really? So on this biblical basis, the crucifixion and resurrection of Jesus are believed to have occurred around the time of the Jewish Passover, which is celebrated on the first full moon following the, right down the rabbit hole again. So, but I don't understand that because...
I don't understand.
Anyway, so it's not, it is said that Jesus, it is believed the crucifixion occurred around the time of the Jewish Passover, which is celebrated on the first full moon. So it's not a date so much they celebrate as so much as a time. All right. Well, there we have it. We're fully confused.
We're still confused.
Yes, we know so nothing. Frisco ain't gone. He don't even want to be part of this conversation. in the backslide right there.
So you see now, who is the true backslider?
Exactly, the man there right there, the backslide. They even want to know. What happens in the world is said that the fighting continues in Myanmar despite the post-earthquake ceasefires that they were called. Apparently fighting still to go on. So that's a terrible thing there. That's a double whammy that they got. Palestinian boy killed by Israeli forces in the West Bank. They released videos when the Israeli terrorists shot at medical workers, at medics, So all kind of things are going on. The U.S. defends tariffs on the remote island of penguins and seal. The U.S. comments, and this is where they say no, you have people where no got sense, we have to come up with explanations. It was a ridiculous thing. The U.S. Commerce Secretary has defended the country's decision to impose tariffs on a group of uninhabited islands, which are populated by penguins and seals. The imposition of tariffs on the Heard and McDonald's Islands were meant to close ridiculous loopholes and would prevent other countries from shipping through the islands to reach the U.S., Howard Lutnick told the BBC U.S. partners. So these people were then to say, then they ship things from this island that is uninhabited to the U.S. So that what they do now, then they ship it to the penguins, and then the penguins ship it to the...
Ship it out.
I do not know. Ours is not the question why. Ours is only to do or die.
All right, let me, I have these names. I want to get these names off before we can anything else. The names for the Atlantic hurricane season, that's us included, okay? For 2025, we have Andrea.
Okay.
We have Barry. Chantal.
Oh, that's dangerous.
We have Dexter.
Dexter! Oh, my goodness.
Dexter from my mind went to the TV show. I don't think I know any Dexter in real life.
Dexter Nicholson.
From where?
He listens to the show. He lives up foreign, but he listens to the show.
I don't know.
Hi, Dexter.
Hi, Dexter.
He doesn't have a laboratory.
Andrea Stewart, hello.
Yeah, and
good morning to Andrea. I have a couple Andreas in my life as well.
Yeah, but because you're a funny British accent, why you say schedule, not everybody say Andrea. Some people say Andrea.
It's Andrea.
It's Andrea? Okay, because I know Andrea. Yeah. Anyway, who else you got?
All right, so after Dexter, we have Erin.
Erin.
We have Fernan.
Fernan?
Yes, Gabrielle.
Wait, hold on. They couldn't even put the do at the end of Fernan.
We have Fernan.
Fernando.
Right. Yeah. I know a Fernando.
Can you hear the drums?
Right. We have Fernan. And then Gabrielle.
Gabrielle.
Humberto.
Umberto?
Umberto.
Yeah, it's not Humberto.
I know it's not Humberto, it's Umberto.
Yeah, it's not Jamaican, you know. If it was, yes. Umberto.
Yes, we have Umberto. No, it's
Umberto. Yes.
Umberto. And then Imelda. Yes.
Imelda. The only Imelda I know is Imelda Marcos.
I don't know.
Who was the head of she was the first lady of the Philippines.
Okay. So we have her, Imelda. We have Jerry. And after Jerry, we have a Karen here. We have Karen, Lorenzo, Melissa, Nestor, Olga, Pablo, Rebecca, Sebastian, Tanya, Van, and Wendy.
Pablo?
Yeah, we have Pablo, Rebecca.
Van? You had Van?
Yes, Van, V-A-N, Van.
I think then you get very, very haphazard with somebody name now. They never give Fernan a do, and they never give Van a damn.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. That's a terrible thing.
Fernando.
So those are the official names. I'm glad they not use names again because I like them to recycle names and stuff.
No, but they do recycle, but every let me see, when was Lisa? 2022?
Yeah, still causing devastation.
So 2022, but every 4 years they bring back the name. So Lisa is going to be around 2028.
Sure. When I hear that, folks?
Yes, but
better be careful. Yo,
they recycle them every 4 years, and then if it's a Category 5 or a catastrophic hurricane, they retire the name.
Oh, okay. All
They would
right.
retire the name. So,
Well,
yeah.
your one should be retired from Belize.
Hush. I did
Yeah.
no such thing.
All right. That's
I
sending.
didn't do that.
Uh-huh. All right.
Where are you, young lady?
Who that?
CY?
DY, yes. Listening. Let me see. Miss Love, have you got a girly word?
You may know that Frisco says schedule like me and Lisa when he reads the news. Yes, he does.
What happened? What happened?
CY says, Stephen Anthony, period. You may know that Frisco say schedule like me and Lisa love when he reads the news. Yes, he does.
Yes,
It's in his blood at this point. It's in his blood, so.
Yeah, you don't get brainwashed to pronouncing it wrong, so you can't change it.
We'll be all right. We'll be just fine.
Yeah.
We'll be just fine. Ah, boy.
Yes.
What fish? How much for fish right now? Do you know how much a pound for sea fish?
Who, me?
How much a pound for river fish right now, Steve?
Well, depending if you know the fisherman.
I'm asking our stewards too.
Yeah, $6 for fillet, or you could get like $3 a pound.
Oh, for real?
Yeah,
What kind of fish though?
Tilapia, bay snook, grana, mackerel, jack, tarpon, blue whale, anything.
Tapong is the bony fish.
Tarpon is a very bony fish. That was not meant to be eaten by human beings.
So why do we eat it?
Who eat that? You're not supposed to eat that.
I don't know.
A fish that protected, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah. But unfortunately, every now and again, when I jump out of the river right in our pot, I can't get there out in time.
Yeah.
It's a terrible thing. It's a terrible thing. We got a go to health if we can, please, because the allergy season is coming around.
It is here.
It is upon us. The allergies are upon us. And because of the allergy season, we here at the Morning Stew think that we need to tell you some things to combat allergies. Focus on minimizing exposures to triggers. Keep your home clean and using appropriate medication and remedies. Consider staying indoors during peak pollen time using air conditioning and taking antihistamines or nasal sprays. Identify your triggers. Determine what you're allergic to. Pollen, dust mites, pet dander, toenail clippings, nose hair droppings.
My God.
Yes. What do you mean?
Toenail clippings as well?
Yes, because the other day I ordered tacos and the lady gave me extra toenail clipping and it was there. But anyway.
Are you serious?
You stay indoors on high pollen days. We don't give like a pollen level, right?
No.
We don't measure that here. Pollen levels are often highest in the morning and early evening. Try to stay indoors during those times. Keep your windows closed. This prevents pollen from entering your home and dust. Yes, I added the
Even
dust.
if you close it, dust gonna come in. I don't know how
Dust will come in. I had to tell you, dust will find a hole. Use air conditioning. Air conditioning filters pollen from the air while avoiding humidifiers and swamp coolers. Wow, that's a good thing because I don't have an air conditioning, a humidifier, or a swamp cooler. I got a swamp rat.
I don't have a swamp
Wear a
cooler.
mask. Yeah, wear a mask when you're outdoors. If you must be outside, wear a mask to filter out allergens. Shower after being outside. Rinse off pollen from your skin and hair. Change your clothes. Pollen can cling to clothing. So change into fresh clothes after being outside. And avoid gardening. If you're allergic to pollen, avoid activities that stir up allergens, such as mowing the lawn or weeding. All right. You don't have to mow the lawn, but you can weeding if you want. Yes. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And those are some of your tips on today's Go to Health.
Go to
All
hell,
right.
no?
Very, very good, sir. Very
Keep
good.
keep our listeners healthy, you know.
Yeah.
I hear that.
All
That's
right.
what I want to say.
Huh?
I know
What's
you
that?
gone. I know you disappear for and you better come back for quarrel, so hit it.
No. No, I was trying to get that. Yeah, I'm trying to get the stream on, but
Okay.
there's a bit of difficulty here. I don't know.
Oh, there still is? Okay.
Yeah.
Fortunately, we got to see something like out of a movie. Unfortunately, we got to see something like out of a movie, and fortunately, apparently, no one got injured.
Yeah. What?
But-
I think somebody was shot to the foot. One of them.
By the way, shot to the foot. All right, because
Yeah, that's what I've heard.
yes, in the damn, I heard it's. Oh no man! We said we were going to give you tips. We never said the other thing. Your mind ain't had the gutter. Pardon me. Yes, in the city of Belmopan, in Belmopan City, there was a drive-by shooting where a vehicle pulled up to another vehicle that was pulling into an area and fired, I think they said about 15 rounds, and fortunately nobody was seriously injured.
Yeah, that was caught on camera.
Yeah, that was caught on camera. Yo, we to get really, really gung ho now, you know. And yeah, and again, just like you know how we have to approach. Well, again, police can't do everything, you know. Police can't do everything. They could only react when something like this happens. But again, the thing is, what would there was a young guy sitting on a bike right there. You know, suppose that young man was hit. You know, was it everybody in the vehicle you may want to hit or just one person? Because you could have hit everyone, you know.
Exactly.
Right.
But
Carmelo?
Yes, man, what you again, man, I forgot one point to my friend, forgot to get across. You see right there, my ex-service, you see my ex-service when I cut off each of the boulevard for the truck, they go on to Farmers Road. You see that big hole like this, so? I want him there and send him by the patch that hole, because when time the truck then the Harlan curb it a big hole up and then cut off each of the boulevard for the truck then Harlan to go into Farmers Road when they come back.
You didn't fix that yet?
No one don't fix it yet. I want to fix that. And then weapon and move the presidential nearby Muslim school and that's why we never fix anything there.
Nearly 2 years.
The presidential still there.
Okay.
Then I never big up there in Double Thomas and Mr. Stam. They pan the man and show me big up there from the WB card. They man they make the error. They start paying me after 3 years and community service where I'm not sure West so for 3 years with no pay, nothing. No resources, no truck, nothing. And March work right through this community and start paying me. You understand me? Yeah, I had to collect for January 2,600. I just collect for January to Friday like that. And the same money ran.
Yep. Out of credit.
what? The man gone and I just asking for let me have you 50.
All right.
Yo, White, as you're there, we just want to tell you that
well, yeah, they listen.
a few times as of late, you know, you've been in the news. You've always been there whenever there's a little bit of problem or some trouble, and you always jump in 100%.
Man, news for the right reason, no?
Yeah, always in the news for the right reason. Now, we big you up on those occasions when it happened, but we don't know if you made it listen. But now that we know you to listen, we just want you to know, bro, that, you know, we big you up when you do these things because you the one in person.
White.
Yeah, you da not just white. You da Mandingo, you da Cremandala, you da man, you da one of we. And when you go out there and do thing like that, you make all of we look good, Papa. So respect to you. Enough love. Wait, I never mean enough love. I mean, enough friend.
Respect the house.
Respect, yes.
Oh, boy. All right, word of advice. Let's get it.
Word of advice, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes.
I don't like how Casale said that all for we side the pump but can't finish. That not sound good at all.
Not a good look.
Not a good look. Not a good look.
All right,
Pump
this
all
word,
the
hey,
way.
this word of advice nearly girly, but I mean, it is what it is.
Oh, Lord.
Hey.
And of course, around this time when you have this lovely sunshine and everything. And
Yes.
listen,
All of us manly men have a girly side, Mr.
Yes,
Frisco.
yes.
Pray
So-
not.
the word of advice is
Yes.
dry your clothes outside. I mean, you
What?
can have a dryer. That's nice.
Mm-hmm.
But if you have the opportunity to dry your clothes outside, do that. Because your clothes will always smell better. Why?
Peace and love.
Because the sunlight breaks down compounds that cause any kind of odor.
Peace and love.
Yes, but
You see why we have to preamble sometimes? Because I just tell them, and go to hell, wash your clothes as soon as you come in.
There you go.
Because I got all on it.
right.
I first go and tell them,
Oh,
as
dry
you
it
wash your
outside.
clothes,
Make more
take
pollen go on
outside,
it.
make pollen get in there.
If you dry your clothes,
Oh, well,
you
it's
have a dryer, and you dry your clothes in the dryer, it smells fresh. Sometimes it smells fresh for 2 weeks if you use them little beads.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but it's, if you could dry, it's always better to dry outside in the sunlight.
Yeah, I like mine pollen fresh.
If you if you don't have allergies and whatnot.
Yeah.
If you don't have
But
allergies.
but even with the allergies, I think that the breeze blow off half and anything, and if you're panna good when you bring it inside, make sure all the dust go in your face.
That's too much
No.
work.
Yeah. But yeah, that's a good thing.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
All right,
when
I
you
got a
dry-
question for you. I got a what if.
Uh-oh. What if?
No, what the fuck, one, what if?
Mm-hmm.
So you're walking down the street,
What if? Okay.
and somebody gives you a bad feeling as you walk down the street.
You get a vibe. You have a vibe.
What do? Make eye contact? Don't make eye contact. Pick up a assertive demeanor. Reach for your gun if you have one. Or just walk down a different street than that where that individual is.
All of the above.
Yeah, Javier.
What's a maybe?
All of them. What was the premise of the whole thing? You're walking down the street and you get a bad vibe?
Somebody gives you a bad vibe that you're coming up on. There's an individual
right.
gives you a bad vibe.
All the things you mentioned, I think you should do.
Make eye contact
No,
or don't make eye contact? Which one?
No,
Make eye contact. I want to see. I would make eye
I
contact.
want to see, because I might not be looking at you or whatever, but you didn't look at me.
Right.
So I want to look at you. I don't want to stare, but I want to catch your eye to see what you did do.
Right.
What was the other one?
Hey, they'll say they hail you, Lisa. How you eating while on air?
Who's saying what?
Got clear.
We live, baby. We live. Uh-huh.
Really live it up there. I'll have a luxury by.
I didn't tell you. I go on like, we don't get hungry too. I bet they listen.
We know who say it. We do watch you.
Yeah, they need right now to listen.
You someone who say it.
So let's
Yeah.
piece of watermelon I'm eating.
Yeah,
That's right.
it must be nice.
So what was the other one now?
Don't make eye contact. I mean,
Then pull
this
out a
one,
gun?
yeah, reach for your gun, not that one, stretch.
Yeah, I wouldn't reach for the gun.
Or change direction if you can.
No, the other one was, okay, if they make you uncomfortable, I would look at them.
He said, look assertive, look assertive.
Yeah, I would
look
adjust
assertive.
my
You look
posture. I would adjust my posture. And if I really feel like uneasy and I could go another route, I would go another route. If you have more people on it. If you got less people on it, no, I'll stay right the path of
It
it.
don't make sense.
They know I grab the gang.
You might say it means you're paranoid, but we've done a perspective where it's always better to follow your gut feeling.
Yeah.
Even if it turns out to be nada, you're better off that it turns out
Remember
to be
Rodney
nada.
King? You remember Rodney King? Rodney King got feeling telling you, go down that street. And he said, no, I don't have to listen to me. I ain't gone up the next street. Policeman beat her.
That's what happened.
Hey, $25 million.
Okay, suppose you're already entered the street. Would you turn back because of that?
I wouldn't turn back.
You wouldn't turn back?
No, because if you have your gang, you don't need to turn back.
Okay, you don't have no gang, but I mean,
You don't got no gang?
you don't got no majority, we don't got
Well,
gang.
it depends on how far I am in the street.
Yeah, you don't. Yeah, you can't. Yeah,
It depends on how far I am.
Is there
I'm
a fence?
really close to where I want to go. So
Is there a loose fence paling on the sidewalk?
So, okay, so you don't sheep, but maybe up
I
more.
would be assertive. I
But
would be
maybe
more
up more, you
assertive.
say, one individual or more, where looks suspicious
Look,
to you.
or you get a
My
five.
boy.
You turn back.
First of
I turn back.
first of all, self-preservation, the number one.
Right.
If you see somebody and you get a vibe, and you look at the surrounding and you say, yo, something could happen here, and you don't have your peace with you, nothing wrong with saying, you know what, I want air on the side of caution, and I turn around and go back. I will, unless I had a way to defend myself, I don't continue in as something where my guts to tell me, yo, this don't look right. You know, so if I get that gut feeling as something not right here, I follow my gut. If I have a way to defend myself, I want to continue. But if I don't, I want to follow my gut and I want to turn around. I might be wrong, but hey, it's better to might be wrong.
It depends where you at. I said it both ways. Good morning. Good morning. So good morning, Andrea. I say it depends on if I am close to where I want to be. In terms of in that street, I would turn back. I'm going to be more assertive. I might hold on to my purse if I have something, you know.
Yeah.
If I have a spray or something, I'm going to reach for that. I'm going to have that in my hand because of what's going on. Boca says, good morning. It says towel and jeans dry in the dryer somehow makes the material softer. Towels, when dry outside, sometimes like sandpaper.
Get crispy.
The breeze is blowing. Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
breeze not blowing and it's only sun. It's true, Boca.
Well, what you do then, you make it dry outside, and when it dry outside, good with the breeze and it feel crispy, you dash
put it in the dryer
for 5 minutes. Take out and you stop.
Okay.
Yeah. Man, the what we talk about before Boca call and tell me about clothes.
Boca did not call. He sent us a text.
Oh, the what we talk about, guys.
We're talking about your vibe of the person.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Speaking about that, speaking about walking down anywhere you want the Bali Christmas list is back in town.
Yes, I tell you.
He seems to have won over the Belizean public in general. Everybody knows the guy now. He's a popular guy.
Yeah, you know, all you have to do is pass through one time and you're good.
I think it's based on that, you know, he hasn't been the one to, unlike others that have came for the tourism experience. He comes looking for the real vibe and he's complimented.
And he gets it.
Belize.
I want.
Hey, the man barra me, the man jump in a Bali vehicle without no question and gone, so sorry.
Yeah, yo. I can tell you something because the man don't know better. I can tell you something. I don't want to ask the man about your family life. Why your wife ain't picked me because you gone most of the year?
Hey, at the how you earn your living, you know, at the...
Yeah, but I mean, yo.
But didn't he say he was doing it on his own? He does.
Yes.
Yeah, I said that, but come on, so I don't want to tell you then to get paid. Nobody do that for free.
No, in terms of
we know it to get paid. We know it to get paid. But what I'm saying, I can tell you something. They offered somebody a job. The job paid like $300 a thing for like 4 days. But the person had to stay someplace for 4 days. Just go and stay. And I tell you, there's a thing. Anyway, there's a thing where I wouldn't do. I wouldn't do. You know. I don't know. But anyway, Christmas list I wanna weed. I believe you know, true.
Yeah, I guess everybody know the man. Like, yeah.
He never get locked up the Trinidad or someplace. And me get locked up the other day.
Yeah.
You know they never let out till Christmas.
It's silly.
Yeah.
Let's get a girly word then.
I do girly word.
They never let that go.
I remember.
That is terrible, dude. I check you.
Terrible.
It's a lousy thing. Hey.
Hit it.
Girly word coming up. Waiting for it.
I want to rap right now.
It's Lexi upstairs today. Waiting. Jeopardy music. Team Jeopardy music.
Dun, 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 dun. You know what I've been looking at, but got you. Hit it.
Careful.
Ah, boy.
My girly read is short, sweet, I believe.
Hit it.
It's everything.
Okay.
That is it.
That?
That is it. Attitude is everything.
Okay, I think that you dry shot the firm. But anyway, I think that is very good.
Of course, attitude is everything. However you approach a situation, your attitude. So now we have the first part of the man's perspective, and it goes thusly. So my case thusly.
All right.
Not black cat where they walk little.
Right, with an attitude.
With an attitude. What you mean?
Hmm?
All right, ladies and gentlemen, how dare you? We go to the first, the man's perspective. And this perspective is brought to you to the fine folks at Tux Panadas and Barbershop. This perspective says, perfection is not attainable. But if we chase perfection, we can catch excellence.
Say it again, Sam. Say it again, Sam.
All right, who told you my name was Sam? Perfection is not attainable. But if we chase perfection, we can catch excellence. I like that. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Speaking about perfection, here is excellence himself.
I was watching. I don't know. When you're on the book and then you probably see a video and then you get tagged into the. You get sucked in.
You get sucked into the algorithm.
Yeah,
Yes.
boy.
One of the things there on the book is 80s wrestling.
Here you
Oh,
go.
Lord have mercy. How you know it was real?
And no, there's a high level of nostalgia right there, though.
Yep.
As well as a young person, that wrestling they used to, before we get common sense and understand that the whole thing.
Yeah.
We used to lock
It was
in.
it was a thing. I mean, that was on
We
TV.
were in there.
Yeah, it was in there.
Dusty Rhodes.
Yes. And since we know the man's perspective, the most manly of men.
Mm-hmm.
I saw on one of the takes, I was like, yo, I don't remember that guy. You know what guy was?
Who that?
Ravishing Rick Rude.
Oh, yes. Yes. The ravishing one.
Ravishing Rick Rude
Yo.
said, stop the music.
That's right. That's right.
All you fat Belizean men, shut up.
Yeah.
While I show the ladies what a real man looks like. I said,
right.
while I take off my robe and show these ladies what a real man looks like. Boy,
Exactly.
I remember it. Boy,
But you remember what Ravishing Rick Rude thing was? In every fight, they would have pick up and slam her down on their knee. And that way he stand up with the body up in the air like, That was his thing right
but
there.
my take off a robe and do a move and
Oh, yeah. That ballet had
do a wine. Boy, Ravishing Rick Rude. Show us if you remember Ravishing Rick Rude. He's a manly man right there.
Before Ravishing Rick Rude, there was only LGB. He had on the other letters we followed after that. I know it trick you.
Big up Ravishing Rick Rude, I tell you.
But you know what I saw too? You know what I saw for one ate his thing? And I saw it yesterday. I didn't know who it was, but two guys made a fight. And this is how you know wrestling was real. This guy grabbed the other wrestler by his jump.
Ooh.
And the wrestler, they're like that. But all of a sudden, you see the wrestler now flex. And they make it look, and when he flexed, the other guy said, and he started to drop. So now what it looked like was this guy going to get beat up by the other guy.
And then right, it turned.
Flip around, and it flipped around. I gotta say that. I picked that in my mind.
WWE?
Yes, WWE.
Okay.
I was saying, wee.
Oh boy. I mean, for me, my off button was when I saw, and I think I mentioned this already, right? That is putting the guy on the turnbuckle. And I mean, if I knew I would forget fling off on turnbuckle, I'm trying to get off. That boy never try get off. He actually help for himself sit down better.
Yes. He climb up to the
Yeah, he help climb up and he help put for himself for better position to sit down so that he could fling. I like, okay, right there, I stop.
Yeah, you know how I rationalize that? The man they get in a position so you don't get hurt.
Yeah, no, he help himself sit down. I say, okay, this is my cutoff point right there. I can't handle wrestling anymore.
That's too much work.
Back in the day, you couldn't notice it, you know. You couldn't notice.
Yeah.
As a youngin', no, we weren't noticing all of those things.
No, this guy did it.
My cutoff point was when they dragged the bandana off of Hulk Hogan's head, and I realized Hulk Hogan only had hair from under the bandana. Go wrong or wrong. Not no me there at top. The alone hair from back of the ears go down.
Anyway, things that affect men. Go into a couple subject matters real quick.
Nearly everything.
Some men face obstacles which they struggle to get past.
That's right.
It's a myth that men do not face obstacles.
Who said that?
I don't know. Even with the ever-present privilege, men face their own set of destructive barriers that restrict what it means to be a man.
Yes, and the first one is woman.
As a man, when you grapple with overcoming obstacles, you're faced with challenges that seem insurmountable to deal with. Wow. One thing you can do before calling it quits is try to shift your perspective.
Shift your what?
Perspective. When you change the way you look at things, things you look at often change.
That's right. That's right.
And some men lose motivation. One clear example of this is while women are gradually climbing the ranks, a growing number of men seem to be losing motivation. Why is this happening?
Because women are growing in the ranks. That's why we lose motivation.
Cause and effect, no?
Yes.
All right.
That is it.
This loss of drive holds men back more often than anything else. It can be very difficult to maintain motivation over long periods of time. Motivation only lasts so long when we're focused solely on ourselves, men.
That's right.
Maybe we should think about how our mission will help others.
What?
All right.
Explain yourself, Lucy.
Yes, and you'll find a fresh surge of motivation. Basically, just saying to, again, you have to change the perspective. You have to focus one way too long. You get back down in that point of view. So, you know what? The time to do something else. But, yeah, we might get caught up in that one thing. Now we get tracked down. Yeah, I understand you might. Hey, you know what? Your bills might be more than your paycheck, but hey, we could do. You got to keep on keeping on. Yeah. So, yeah, I'll stop right there. Some men lose motivation.
Okay.
That's right.
Tomorrow we'll look at some men lives are stuck on autopilot.
Yep. I remember when I had it so bad I had to sell bodies one time, you know.
Oh, my God.
Yes. Yo, I met this place that had a close out on mannequins. So I went around to department stores and I sold mannequins. You say, Papa, don't mind there?
You want to do the weather real quick? Let's do it.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we have Miss Melissa Annalie Coley here to do the weather. Frisco, you know her best as Melancholy.
Melancholy.
Oh, boy. All right, so here's your weather for today, Monday. It says an approaching cold front will support stable conditions over our area. In our forecast, cloudy skies at times today and mostly cloudy skies tonight. Showers or thunderstorms will be isolated this morning, and then an increase in showers and thunderstorms are expected over the country this evening and tonight.
It's going to be early.
Winds blowing east-northeast at 5 to 15 knots. The sea state is moderate to rough. Waves beyond the reef, 5 to 7 feet. Temperatures for today on the coast, 86 degrees Fahrenheit. Inland areas, 92 degrees Fahrenheit. And in the hills, 81 degrees Fahrenheit. We are currently experiencing a high tide. A low tide comes in at 12:10 this afternoon. Another high is on schedule at 6:38.
Say it proud, my girl. Say it proud.
Another low
WWE
at 1:41 this afternoon. Sun will set this evening at
6 at 7.
And the moon will rise at 2:02 this afternoon. Somebody needs to come get this little one here.
Yes, I hear a child.
I know
Yes,
I hear a little one just now.
It needs
I hear
to
a
come.
goo-goo
He needs to
gaga.
come. All right. So in our outlook, this is through to Tuesday night. Skies will be mostly signs, a few showers, periods of rain, and isolated thunderstorms. We'll affect mostly southern coast. So
Whee!
areas and offshore
Oh,
areas
all right.
Tuesday night. Shower activity will decrease Tuesday night. Our forecaster is Tariq Matthews, and that's your weather.
Of course.
Thank you, Tariq Matthews and Melancholy. We were going to have Mr. Nukarno, but Shawu couldn't make it. Instead, we're going to have Miss Done Yet. Is it done yet? Where is it?
Is it done yet? All right. Let's roll it. I mean, not much I could say.
Not sure if it's done yet.
The front has arrived as the models were on the money last week.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, kind of early. It's moving full speed ahead.
Okay.
So there we go. As the weatherman says, by tomorrow night. So, but expect a wet tomorrow. That's for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Expect a wet tomorrow. Here it is. Crossing in April the 8th. And watch a northerly flow, right? So,
Yeah.
well, the showers might cross there by Tuesday into Wednesday. You have that even a northwest
Mm-hmm.
type of scenario. Into Thursday, it's still a northerly flow. Into Friday, more winds coming from the north. Into Saturday.
Friday too?
Yeah, all the way into, and then maybe Sunday you get a northeast. You go into a northeast.
Oh,
Then,
okay.
there's a chance that some showers might develop coming next week, Monday into Tuesday, and swing back easterly and bring some showers. But that's a way ways.
Right, a week away.
Yeah, so, the front will cross. Showers tomorrow. I don't know if the northerly flow will bring cooler temperatures, but we'll see.
We'll wait and see, huh?
Have fun with that.
Mm-hmm.
We got to take a break. We come out. We got birthdays we got to do. So, yeah,
Okay.
we'll do that.
All right.
Yes.
Whether you are a busy person
Today is the day you've been waiting for. Today is your birthday. We just can't wait to celebrate. Because today is your birthday. Today is a very special day. Tonight, we gonna party. We just can't wait to celebrate. Because today is your birthday.
All right. Folks celebrating birthdays today. Let's get her done.
Get her done.
Okay. Where's my mic? Why is my mic not on? Hey.
It was on. I heard you.
Yeah. Okay. I don't know what's happening here. Something is happening. All right. Who we got?
I can hear you. Steve, who is this person?
Yeah.
Or Frisco, who is this lady?
Oh, all right. This was sent right there. Bruinhild Guy, happy birthday coming from your husband to be. Yes, your fiance. Happy birthday.
Your fiance.
Yeah. Happy birthday and all of that good stuff.
Happy birthday to you.
Yep. All right. And this is, of course,
no stranger to us. Elijah One Cadle, aka Captain Cadle. Wishing you a very happy belated birthday, coming to you from your mom and dad and the family with love. Here's hoping that you had a wonderful birthday, Elijah One.
Yeah, his birthday was
on the 5th.
Saturday. Yeah, the 5th.
Yeah. That's it for birthdays.
Let me check the book. Hold on. The book. Why did I do that? I got some birthdays on the book.
We don't know.
As we proceed.
As we enter.
Velby King celebrating a birthday as well. Trisha Gillett, birthday today. Christine Alvarez, birthday today. Zara Nicholson Baptist celebrating a birthday today. Who else? Mele Param, birthday today. And
Melly, you said Melly?
Mele, yeah. Did I say Marie Vasquez?
No, you did not.
Okay, birthday today. Shan, Miss Alcina.
Okay, happy birthday.
Birthday today. Today Monday. Tuna's birthday. I'm Saturday. Big up yourself, Mr. Marlon. Tuna's Garbot.
Okay, happy birthday.
Facebook personality extraordinaire, the Waffle Man.
Okay.
Big up yourself. And if our friend was with us, his birthday would have been yesterday. Mr. Mobile Malachi.
Yes, that's right.
Rest on, good sir.
Rest easy, sir.
All right, that's about it, guys, for your Monday.
Exactly. I want to say thank y'all for tuning in. Miss Love, tell them what we're thinking because nobody does it better.
Thank you so much. Talia Size in tune. Congratulations to Miss BNTU 2025-2026, Chineri Wade. Congratulations to you, Chineri. Enjoy. Talia, as I said, is in tune. Talia Sai, happy Monday. Good morning. Also to Lily, enjoy your day, guys. Got nothing but love for you. Stay safe. Thank you so very much for staying with us. If for some reason you got to be out there, please do whatever is right by you. Take care of yourself. Keep yourself hydrated and where possible in the shade. Myra, good morning going out to you as well. Taffaman Ramancello, Miss Edna Pollard, we love you so much. Take care also to Miss Di. Stay safe. Enjoy everything about your Monday. Thank you. If God is willing, we will see you right back here tomorrow. Take care of you. And you and I promise to take care of me. Thanks, Miss Lexi. Ayo. CY. Ayo.
Yes, like what he said, I big up her ass every day. Frisco, we have to start to big up for you by the parts too, you know.
Hush.